So, Mr. Clyde.
Hey.
Yeah, nice to meet you after a while.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Happy New Year. I think we're meeting this year for the first time. Yeah?
That's very weird. You know, we are in April and you're saying Happy New Year. Yeah. So since we are meeting, brand new year after a long time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Yeah. So I just wanted to thank you before we proceed, just for allowing me to bring the cameras even as I meet you. I mean, meeting without the cameras wouldn't have been a problem, obviously. Yeah, because we've known each other for some time now. But just for you accepting that the cameras be present, it's a great honor. So I just want us to basically just go down memory lane, and from the time we met, the circumstances we met, and how you've basically played a role in my career and in who I am trying to become as an artist.
Yeah. All right. So. Let me take you back to 2014. So I received a call from a lady called Jasmine. Mm-hmm. So she got a number from a colleague of mine, Alkana. I don't know if you know him. He's also a rapper.
Yeah, I know.
By then he was a colleague. We used to work together at Phoenix. Mm-hmm. So he's the one who introduced me to her. He said this lady is in the UK. She's Zambian, but based in the UK. By then she was in school. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So he said she's gonna be in the country and she would want to meet you. Mm-hmm. By then she was running a record label called Z Music.
Yeah.
So after a few weeks, she was in the country. I received a call from her. Then we met. She explained to me her vision. Mm-hmm. She explained to me, the record label, how it was coming up, how she had signed a couple of new upcoming talented artists.
Well, quite many.
Yeah, and one of the artists was you.
Yeah.
So we talked, and then after a week, I invited her on my radio show.
Okay.
On Saturday, the Local Rhythms Countdown. The Local Rhythms Countdown is one of the shows that I do on radio, and I've been doing it for a couple of years now. Almost more than 6 years.
Yeah.
So it's a show that promotes Zambian music. Mm-hmm. It's about new artists that have never been heard before. Mm-hmm. So she came through. We had an interview. It was a very good interview. And from a lady, the vision that she had, about Zambian music, I was really, really impressed. So she talked highly about you. This guy he's a young, very talented, very energetic, who's hungry, who wants to achieve things. So I was really interested. I want to meet him.
Yeah.
So that's how we met. We met on the run.
Yeah.
I remember that was, where was that? Some place at the shopping mall. Yeah. So we had a meeting there, and we discussed your vision about music, what you wanted to achieve.
Yeah.
And I was quite impressed. It's rare that an upcoming artist would, set up a meeting with a DJ, and they would explain their vision, they would explain what they want to achieve. Mm-hmm. So I was really impressed, and I was very curious. Who is this?
Because actually you're very right, because even in the past, what would happen is, and I'm sure most upcoming artists have gone through this, where the moment you get your song out of the studio, you make a couple of CDs, and you go on a journey of distributing these CDs. So back then, would actually go radio station to radio station. You just reach maybe the reception. You say, the CD. I'm here to drop it off. This and that. So even just me having the privilege of first off getting connected to you through Jasmine, that was a great honor. And I would follow your shows on radio. And so just you accepting to sit down with me and just listen to me, it really meant a lot, to be honest. Because I think at the time you were one of the few DJs who I feel actually paid attention to just listen to what I had to say, even before getting to listen to the music itself. So it was a great honor, and that was 2014. And what I just appreciate is that this is now 2020, and we are still in touch. We still get to talk. So meaning there's also been an aspect of a relationship being developed from the first meeting, and for me that's very important.
One of my friends, KB, the producer at KM, he always says that in entertainment there are no real relationships, because entertainers want to use each other. You would want to use my platform, and for some reason I would want to use your platform as well, but building a relationship that we've built, it's quite rare. The approach that you took, it doesn't happen. I've been in the industry for a long time. I've interacted with so many artists, established, upcoming, and what you did, the approach that you took is so different, and up to now I'm like, it's a different breed. So kudos to you, and what you want to achieve.
Thanks. That even reminds me of when I finally got to have the privilege of being on your show. I think that year I was actually launching my brand officially, and I think I was preparing for a show. I think it was during the same week. It was to be held during the same week, and I called you up and I asked for the opportunity to be on the show, just so that I get to promote my single Jewish Kings. We jammed it, and it was a great experience, because I think that was my first time on radio talking about my music. So it really meant a lot, and it's an experience that I won't forget.
I remember because the interview that we finally did, that wasn't the day that we were supposed to do it.
No.
I remember we were supposed to do it, I think, earlier or 2 weeks earlier before we did, the interview. You had lost your aunt. No, I couldn't make it. I can't make it. I'm sorry. I'm traveling to the Copper Belt.
I have to travel.
So but after the funeral and all, you still gotten back to me. And I said, no. I'm now back. We buried and everything, and we carried on with the interview. And you being on air, because the way people look at the radio station that I work for, Phoenix FM, is one of the first commercial radio stations in Zambia.
That's true.
It's been in existence for more than 20 years. That long, and for you to have that opportunity to be on air, and the courage that you had, the way you carried yourself, it was mind blowing. Up to now, I'm still, he's an upcoming artist, but the confidence that he has, the way he carries himself. You didn't carry yourself like an upcoming artist. You carried yourself like someone who knows, like, I'm here, this is my opportunity, you know, this is me, I want to do this. So I was still impressed. I was very, very blown away. You know, it's rare that you get an upcoming artist new in the game, and then they exhibit such maturity, you know, composure, and the level of confidence. It was just mind blowing. Yeah.
Awesome. No. Wow. It's amazing to get such feedback from you, and it's quite humbling as well. And I think it all comes from a place where, you know, when you really know what you want to do and what you want to achieve, and you set your mind to it. I think when such an opportunity presents itself, because to be honest with you, it was such a big deal. Like, this radio station, me having an interview there, it wasn't just any radio station that was maybe only 3 years in existence or so, and all that. And yeah, so I had to make sure that this opportunity that I've been given, let me deliver my message, and that was really important to me. And so I just hope, my hope and prayer is that our relationship always comes first, then the business next. And my continued hope and prayer again is that I don't give up on my dream. Yeah, so right now I'm back in the studio working. These past few years, they've been years of ups and downs and all, but again, I've chosen to focus more on the ups. Yeah, so it's been a learning curve. I've learned quite a lot. I've learned quite a lot of things that 3 years ago I would have ignored. Yeah, I've learned to pay more attention to detail as well. You know, and even when it comes to the music, I was having a conversation with a friend earlier. I mentioned to say it's not just about you getting in the studio and releasing that song that you feel is a hit and you get excited and you share it. There needs to be a plan, and you need to follow a certain process in order for you to be able to achieve. So I appreciate the fact that you've continued to be friends with me. We have this relationship, and I just hope that even as I continue in my music journey, one day we get to look back and say, and such in 2020 you came through, we had an interview and we spoke about this, and look at where you are now. So also with the music personally, it's I've also gotten to a point where it's not really about me wanting to get famous, but I'm more concerned about my message getting heard out there. Because I believe in my message there's something positive that I'm trying to bring out there. And so even when I get to hear feedback from the few people who've been positively impacted by my music, that surely means a lot. And you being a radio DJ and having access to a platform such as the one you have, it's such a great honor that I know I can call upon you anytime and you'll be able to give me that opportunity. And I guess there are so many other artists out there, upcoming artists out there looking for opportunities, but maybe they just haven't, I don't know if I can call it discovering the right channel of getting their music out there. Some of them actually get to say, you know what, with DJs, you always have to pay them, and I don't have that money, I only have this talent. So I don't know if you have anything to say about that as well.
I get that a lot, even on my different social media platforms. Upcoming artists will inbox me, they'll DM me saying, okay, so I'm an upcoming artist and have this music, I do this such and such music, how much do you charge? And I always tell them, no, I actually don't, I don't charge. So what you need to do is send me your music, or come to the radio station.
Yes.
You know, bring your music, submit your music. Then we'll listen. We have a team here. We sit down. We actually listen to the music.
Listen to the music.
You know, I can tell you, we receive, I don't know how many music.
I can imagine.
How many CDs a day, you know, how many emails we receive, people, you know, submitting their music. So we actually sit down as a team, even on my personal capacity. Some who have my numbers, they would, you know, send me their music. I listen, I sit down and listen to them, and I'll be very honest with them to say, you still need some work to do. If they are good, I'll tell them, okay, I'm going to give you an opportunity. Come through. I want to meet you. I want to know about you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So I've given an opportunity to such artists. I would encourage them, don't feel shy, you know. Don't feel intimidated. Come through. We exist because of you.
Yes, exactly.
You know, we exist because of you. So this is your platform. Come through. Submit your music. It's either by email or just brand it properly.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel ashamed or let down or disappointed where an artist will just bring a CD, they'll just
with a marker
on, you know, and how serious are you? You know, some will just they'll tag you on Facebook, they'll tag a link, boss, go download, then you'll be like, no, that's not the proper way of doing things.
It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that. You know, come through, you know, and ask. You know, asking is very important. Ask, how do I go about?
Yes, exactly.
What's the process of distributing my music? Then you'll be guided. We are here to guide you. We are an open book, you know. So you'll be guided very correctly to say, okay, if you have the capacity to email and put your details.
True.
You know, the story about the song. What's the title of the song? You know, so put those details and let it be clear. You know, and if you can come through to the station, well and good. You know, bring your. If it's a CD, let it be well branded with everything, nice artwork. Because what attracts us also is how you've branded yourself, how you've packaged your product. At the end of the day, it's a product that you're trying to sell. You know, so artists out there, especially upcoming artists, learn a few things from those who are already in the game. You know, feel free to ask them, what's the process like? How do I brand myself? You know, because before you become a marketer, before you become a slab D, you start from somewhere. You know, so you can only learn something from them. But it all boils down to how you package yourself, how you brand yourself.
And I think artists these days, we now have the privilege of the internet. So you literally have no excuse to not to brand yourself correctly. I mean, we have the opportunity of YouTube. You can just search and see. Learn more about artist branding, how one has to be branded as an artist, your expectations. You can watch how other artists have gotten to where they are, the processes that they've gone through. All this information is available for everyone to get out there. So I think just to add on what you've said, even as upcoming musicians, it's very important that we have to be able to have access to the information. The information is already out there, so you go out there, get that information, and learn more about it. I mean, right now I'm subscribed to quite a number of of sites out there that deal with music distribution and all. So there are times when they constantly email tips. Tips on how to release your music, tips on how to do ABCD, and sometimes I take time to just read these things. Sometimes you think you know so much, and you tend to ignore advice, and you feel that your way of thinking is the right way, and you end up missing the correct way. So there is also need to be open to music, and just be open to criticism. That's the best way you can get the best out of yourself.
I'm happy you've mentioned access to information, finding information, because already there's a lot of information out there.
Exactly.
So you need to invest in knowledge. It's not just about investing, monetary form, but you also need to invest in knowledge, knowing about your industry that you are in.
Exactly. Studying it and all that.
Studying it. Research. Find time to just research. Find out more. What are they doing? Why are they taking? Why is that artist taking? What have they done? What have they done right? Who's inspiring them? Study. Invest your time in learning. Knowledge about the industry. It's very key. Trust me, an accountant spends time studying accounts
and all that.
Radio DJs, radio presenters also they spend time studying their industry. Just as sportsmen, the Ronaldo, the Messis of this world, they spend a lot of time investing in training, finding new skills. So even you, the artist, invest in knowledge about the industry that you're in. Read more about music distribution. Read more about recording. Recording also is an art on itself. So invest in knowledge.
I think that's some great insight, and I keep learning, and I'm glad that today I've learned one or two things that I didn't know before, and I'm just happy that we have cameras around, meaning someone out there is going to have access to this information, and my only hope is that it's going to help them one way or another. They might not be having a career in music, maybe it might be a career in something else, but I think the basic principles are the same across every industry. So thanks again for the opportunity, and I'm sure the next time we get to meet, or let me not say I'm sure, I hope the next time we get to meet, I'll be sampling you some new music, and I hope you get to love it, because I feel I've developed as an artist. I'm not the same artist I was last year or back in the years. So
it's an honor for me as well that my small contribution has made you come back to say, thank you for what you did. For me, it was nothing, but for you to recognize that it meant something big to you, it's humbling to me. I'm more than humbled to hear that my simple small contribution, can go a long way and can help you out to come back again to say thank you. It means a lot. It means a lot. It means that I should continue doing what I'm doing, promoting Zambian music, promoting that upcoming artist who wants that one opportunity. So for me, I'm grateful. I'm more than humbled. Thank you so much for recognizing my simple and small contributions.
Thank you so much.
All right, cheers.